Yo, what's going on, guys? SMH back, bringing you guys another reaction video. I'm gonna try and get through this one really quick because this is literally like the fifth video I've reacted to today. I'm trying to get like all these reactions in, can drop like maybe one a day because I have something like kind of in store for you guys in the future. If you've been like wondering, I don't know like when I'm gonna release this of all of them, but been wondering like why I have so many like reactions recently because I have something planned and I don't want to like put like no content out there, so the reaction video is going to be coming like now, and then I kind of have a few things down the line which should be cool. But today is the 12 most forgotten big NBA moments, overshadowed by bigger moments. um Trying to think of some. I mean, like, I would say like the Derrick Rose buzzer beater in 2015 like was overshadowed by LeBron's the next game. But personally, like, I feel like a lot less people talk about the LeBron one than the Derrick Rose one. um but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Let's just get into it.
Throughout the course of NBA history, every little moment
Also,
in a
because
close
that
game will change
LeBron one
momentums
was
and
kind of
decide the
robbed.
outcomes.
No, here's the
Some
D
of the
Rose one
greatest
right here.
moments simply altered the course of NBA history. How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Today, we're gonna take a look at 12 most forgotten
Yeah, that sent
big
him to
NBA
the
moments
finals.
that were overshadowed by the bigger
Poor
moments,
Charles,
which
never
includes
won.
forgotten clutch shots and forgotten performances. Starting with the 1970 finals, games 3 and 7. The two memories from each team everybody remembers: Jerry West's shot over half court April 29th, and Willis Reed's courageous moment letting everybody know he'll play in game 7
what's the forgotten moment?
May 8th, help ignite the Knicks to victory. What many forget, before West's jumper, Dave the Busher drained the clutch shot to put New York up 2 in the first place.
Oh, I remember that. Because like they had the inbound from full court anyways.
His right foot
You know?
was still inbounds.
So it's like something had to happen, and I remember actually seeing that.
Tell at full speed, of course. Over a week later, Willis Reed went on to win finals.
Wow, so he wasn't out of bounds. So really, the Jerry West thing should have never happened. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that.
Points in Game 7, hobbling. It was Walt Frazier who dominated the game, having one of the most complete performances: 36 points, 7 rebounds, 19 assists, the best player on the floor in the deciding game. Many believe he should have won Finals MVP. 1987 NBA Finals Game 4, June 9th. Everybody remembers Magic Jr. skyhook shot to give the Lakers a commanding 3-1 series lead. The Lakers were trailing most of the game, down 6 with under 2 minutes left. Before storming back, Magic drew a lob to Kareem perfectly to take the lead before Bird nailed the cold-blooded triple to put Boston on top. If the Deceased would have gotten one stop, Bird would have added another game-winning shot to his legacy, and the series could have gone 7 games. Afterwards, Boston fouled Kareem, who calmly sank the first free throw, missed the second one. The Celtics couldn't hold on to the rebound, a costly opportunity.
Yeah, how do you not get a rebound? You have Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale in there.
One of the most iconic shots in NBA history. With 2 seconds left, many people also forget Bird had a golden opportunity to tie the series.
I remember like they treated that Bird shot, like at least Larry Bird, the Celtics is, it's like it was like not supposed to happen like that. Like he was supposed to make that, because I remember he said like it felt good. Like it's one of the most rare occasions where the shot felt good and he just missed it.
1989 Eastern Conference Playoffs, Round 1, Game 5, May 7, with Jordan's Bulls and the loaded 57-win Cavs in the 6 vs 3 matchup. Jordan was a man possessed that whole series, averaged almost 40, with nobody else on his team putting up over 15 a game. The Cavs were loaded with Ron Harper, Larry Nance, Mark Price, and Brad Daugherty. Both teams believed,
like, look at that. Oh, whoa.
They had what it took, a rematch between divisional rivals.
Sorry, I freaked out. But look at that. Like, Mark Price, all-star. Ron Harper, when he was with the Cavs, was insane. I don't know if he was an all-star. I think he was. I don't know. But Larry Nance, Brad Daugherty, all those guys were insane at this time. And this is before, like, Scottie Pippen had broke out. It was literally just MJ.
A weaker Bulls team from the season before traded away Charles Oakley for
probably one of the more underrated
for much of the game.
MJ like
kept his team in it.
Playoff series like finishes.
All series, even fell out the league a couple years before. Signed with the Cavs.
Like the Cavs literally had probably like 4 all-star talents, and the Bulls literally just had MJ. Because Scottie was averaging like 7 points a game this season, maybe 6 or 7.
The crowd was going insane with emotions running high. The Cavs needed one one stop, and Elo will forever be cherished as a hero in Cavs history, but will be on the other side of history, a moment in NBA history that will
then he got embarrassed in history.
Known as the shot. Even 30 plus years later, this MJ's game winner continues to be shown everywhere. Sadly, Craig Elo was just another victim, standing in the way of Michael
Such insane hang time, dude.
Of John Havlicek, who passed away in 2019 at age 79.
One of the
most talked about all-time greats in NBA history, a top 25 to 30 player all-time, in my opinion. Also, one of the most durable and clutch players the game has ever seen. Two moments I'll mention, both in the
over Kareem, man. Jeez.
And 1976. The one thing that comes to mind for most people about the 74 finals, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's game-winning skyhook shot in Game 6, forcing a Game 7, winning in...
No, because the Bucks lost. That would maybe be a thing if the Bucks won, but they lost. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't remember much or anything about this finals other than the fact that it was like Oscar's last year and Kareem's last time being like on a serious threat in Milwaukee. You know, this is like his last hurrah before he went to LA. I don't think a lot of people remember that hook shot.
In Boston Garden, but before that possession, Havlicek was playing out of his mind.
Like, I've only seen it like a few times, I think, in history. Not quite to the extent of like, you know, like the Magic Johnson hook. Obviously, like the Michael Jordan shot against the Cavs.
Havlicek Finals MVP, averaged 26.4 points, but if Jabbar missed the skyhook, Hondo shot would have been remembered. 2 years later in the finals, June 4th, 1976, Game 5. Many say it was the best game in NBA history.
Yeah, I remember this one like really big. Even Havlicek shot.
This game forever, but in the second OT, Phoenix down 3, 2-possession game. Since the 3-point line wasn't in the NBA yet, Dick Van Arsdale drained the jumper. Down 1, Paul Westphal stole the inbounds pass, saved it. Curtis Perry had a good look, missed it. Second opportunity, nothing but bottom for Perry, giving Phoenix a 110-109 lead. With all the eyes on the Celtics, Havlicek delivered once again. Looked like a walk-off game winner.
Yeah, and then they called a timeout.
The court. Everybody was celebrating. The team ran
and they
the locker room.
Took one less point down.
To a fight with a fan on the court. Everybody
oh my God, I don't remember that. I don't remember a fight.
With Phoenix not having any timeouts, they knew they didn't have much of a chance to inbound full court.
Yeah, and then they got the ball advanced.
Called a timeout, a technical foul, putting ball.
It might be one of the smartest coaching moves in history, honestly.
Second left, Garfield Hurst turned around shot at the buzzer to force a third overtime.
Yep. They call that like the shot heard around the world, I'm pretty sure. Like, at least for the basketball standpoint. Because there's like obviously a different one for baseball and stuff.
2 times John Havlicek's clutch shots were overshadowed by bigger moments. May 29th, 1995, Eastern Conference Finals, Magic Pacers, Game 4, remember as the Rick Smith's game winner, 4 lead changes in the final 15 seconds, Magic down 2, Brian Shaw drained the 3, gave Orlando a 1-point lead, followed by Mark Jackson finding Reggie Miller for the 3 with 5.2 ticks left. Next possession, the ball into the hands of Penny Hardaway, a cold-blooded 3. If that didn't go in, Reggie would have added another memorable clutch moment in his career.
That's tough.
1.3 seconds enough.
That's just tough. He shot that basically one-handed and sideways.
As pure a jumper there was, a furious ending to an incredible game. Orlando would eventually win the series in 7. One of the most entertaining last 15 seconds.
And the Magic still won the series, but
May 13, 2004, moments before Derek Fisher's .4 shot. The last 5
is he gonna mention the Tim Duncan
semifinal series
insane fader?
In the low
that was crazy.
Affair, Fisher's insane buzzer beater, an iconic shot, gave the Lakers a 3-2 series lead.
They get it to Fisher. He scores! Derek Fisher scores at the buzzer.
And it was because of this like play that people they said like you can shoot like with 0.4 seconds.
They were actually on pace to be the 4 seed, draining an impossible game-tying jumper in regulation, followed by a walk-off game winner in the final game of the regular season.
Wait, did we just switch games?
The Lakers the Pacific Division title and the 3 seed.
Oh, okay, no, we're just like
Kobe again, who knocked down a clutch jumper with under 12 seconds left, giving his team a 72.
I don't really see the Kobe jumper that much. I see this a lot.
Over the outstretched arms of Shaquille O'Neal.
How does he do that over Shaq too? Ian Karl Malone's right on his side.
With all the pressure in the world against perfect defense, off the wrong leg, Duncan's shot would have been remembered as one of the most insane clutch shots ever. If there was no time on the clock, San Antonio might have won the series and perhaps the 0-4 title. Another forgotten moment, right before the half, Fisher missed a wide open layup. Which
wow, that would have been insane.
That would have been a nightmare. After multiple timeouts, before the
I'm probably not to change anything for the Lakers. I'm sure they still would have moved in the same direction.
Fisher caught it, released it, all net. A shot that's still talked about
the Spurs,
this very day. The forgotten moments in Blazers history before Damian Lillard's insane walk-off game winner in Game 6, May 2nd, 2014, first round series against the Rockets. With the game tied at 96, Houston needed a bucket to keep their series hopes alive. After James Harden's missed jumper, Robin Lopez tipped the ball into the hands of Chandler Parsons.
I hate that. I hate that about Lopez. And the thing is, he did that with the Bulls too. Like, he would always just like tip the ball. I hate like when Andre Drummond did that like with Derrick Rose, because obviously like I'm rooting for Derrick Rose. I want to see him succeed. And Andre Drummond's always just like tipping the ball. Now he got traded. So
left, laid it in. Afterwards, Dame Dollar sent the Rockets packing home, drained the cold-blooded bomb on Chandler Parsons, giving Portland's first playoff series win in 14 years. Before the greatness of Lillard, Brandon Roy was supposed to be the next great Blazer. Before his injuries that
this is the same type of shot for the game.
6, 2008, it was also tied at 96 with 10
seconds
left.
I remember that tough shot. I watched this game recently, and then Yao Ming got fouled.
Yao Ming nailed the turnaround jumper plus the foul, which saved time for one final possession. After Yao's free throws to put Houston on top, Roy caught the ball
it's tough.
At the same exact spot.
You had Ron Artest running at you. You had Tracy McGrady running at you. You had Yao Ming kind of standing close to him. And you're falling back.
2013, Game 6 of the NBA Finals, highlighted by Ray Allen's incredible game-tying 3 that sent the game to overtime, followed by Chris Bosh's block on Danny Green to seal it in OT. The craziest game of the 2010s decade. Many forget Tim Duncan was absolutely going off in the first half, scored 25 of his 30 points on 11 of 13 shooting the first 24 minutes, looking to win his 4th Finals MVP. San Antonio was up 10 going into the 4th, followed by a furious Miami rally. Spurs down 3, 90 seconds left. Tony Parker came alive, drained a step back 3 to tie, later stole the ball from Chalmers and scored on Chalmers at the other end. Spurs up 2, back-to-back nightmare possessions for LeBron, lost the ball, next Heat possession, James drew it away again, an absolute stunner. Spurs up 4,
and that's the thing that Heat fans, LeBron fans, both of them really gotta consider. Like, yes, I know LeBron was going off in the 4th quarter. I believe he had like a run where he scored like at least like I think like 15 straight points or something like that. But you also gotta consider this is like within the final minutes, and he had like multiple turnovers.
Terrible in the series.
You gotta weigh one with the other.
Had 8 whooping turnovers.
Yeah, I remember this. Ginobili,
three Spurs were
and I like Ginobili. Like, if you guys don't know, Ginobili's my 3rd favorite player ever. Derrick Rose is my favorite. Yao Ming's my 2nd. Ginobili's my 3rd. And this is probably his least clutch moment of his career. I mean, he missed free throws down the stretch. You could say the same thing for Kawhi Leonard too. I mean, Kawhi missed free throws down the stretch as well. It was just like it was hard to watch because I liked Ginobili. I wanted the Spurs to win just for the sake of him, and it was just tough watching that.
Deflected away, picked up by Mike Miller, which would have been the ball game. James mixed the second 3. Heat down 2.
And here's Kawhi's misses.
Free throw. Still a 1-possession game, giving Miami one last chance. Another thing that barely gets talked about, Pop might be the greatest NBA coach ever, but why in the world did he not put Tim Duncan in the game on defense in back-to-back possessions, which led Miami with offensive rebounds? After LeBron's missed 3, Bosh was right there, leading to the Ray Allen moment. Even after the shot, referee Joey Crawford stepped in and grabbed the ball before San Antonio even had a chance to inbound it to fully make sure it was a 3. Pop was furious his team wasn't allowed to play on and rush up the court. After the review, Pop was able to put Duncan in. Tony Parker went full speed, forced up an off-balance.
Yeah, I remember this. This is such a bad shot.
With a couple seconds left in the game, Tim Duncan waved his hand, appearing he wanted the ball. Sprinting up the floor, was wide open. Perhaps he could have.
Yeah, but by the time he was open, like, it probably would have been too late.
A wasted classic performance for the 37-year-old Duncan. Miami would go on to win Game 7.
I would have pump
San
faked
Antonio had
that.
their revenge the following year. All the sequences leading to Ray Allen's shot. The game was absolutely
You had to know that, like,
during the
with 1.5 seconds left, they're probably
home
gonna.
game, April 9, 2019, filled with an emotional farewell, Dirk teared up before the game, announcing it was his final game in Dallas. Went bananas, showing us one last vintage Dirk performance. Everybody was on their feet. With the game being a blowout by halftime, the most forgotten thing about the game, 39-year-old Jamal Crawford answered with 51 total points, became the oldest player in NBA history.
Yeah, and now it's not even in the league.
A record previously held by Michael Jordan. An absolute travesty Jamal Crawford still hasn't been signed.
A travesty.
Like that can very well be his last NBA game. Shot an efficient 18 of 30 from the field off the bench, also becoming
He was insane that game.
to drop 50 plus for 4 different teams. His first 50 plus point game in 11 years. First time he reached 30 plus points in over 3 years. His performance came up to the end of
he
the
didn't even reach 30 in
getting
3
blown
years.
out. It was also D Wade's Miami farewell home game. While Magic Johnson stole all the headlines by announcing his departure with the Lakers front office. April 15, 2018 playoffs, game 1 of the first round between the Bucks and Celtics. Everybody remembers Chris Middleton's insane game-tying 3 on a catch and shoot.
Yeah, I'm sure I know this one. It was like the Terry Rozier like step back.
Was insane. One of the most
kind of like crossover.
Shots. Terry
Yeah.
Rozier's mean step back took Eric Bledsoe out the frame.
This was
Made him
disgusting.
look like he was begging for help, putting Boston up 3 with half a second left. If Scary Terry would have waited half a second, Rozier's shot would have been a buzzer beater.
And he could have. He had enough space.
In game 1, called him Drew Bledsoe afterwards in the post game, which sparked some beef between each other. Before Rozier's shot, Malcolm Brogdon drained a 3 to tie the game with 12 seconds left. Nonetheless, Rozier outplayed Bledsoe in the series, averaged 17.6 points to Bledsoe's 13.6 points. May 31st, game 1 of the 2018
The
finals.
travesty
Who can
game.
forget about LeBron's epic game 1 performance? Forever known as the J.R. Smith travesty game. Everything that happened before that sequence seemed like a blur, overshadowing one of the greatest all-time performances, with LeBron dropping a playoff career high 51 points. Golden State was up 6 with under 4 minutes left. James refused to go down, scored 2 straight baskets at the rim, down 1, blew by Curry, followed by an and-1 layup with under a minute left. On defense, LeBron appeared to have position as Durant barreled into
I remember
the lane,
when he
which
made
was
that, I
originally
was
called an
like,
offensive foul,
wow,
with
like,
36 ticks left, with the
like, what do
review
you do
taking
at this
forever.
point?
The refs decided it was a block instead of a charge on James. The NBA later put out.
I mean,
a
looking at
statement,
it now,
a tough
it
call,
did
and
really
game
look like a
changer.
block.
Durant
Back
would hit
then, I
both
thought
free
like
throws to
it might be
tie
a charge.
LeBron later
I don't know.
responded once again by taking the ball to the basket, an easy 2.
This
put
was
his
tough,
team
too.
up 2. Steph Curry responded with an and 1,
And, yeah,
completing
Curry.
the 3-point play. Down 1, LeBron decided to pass to George Hill, who missed the second
Oh,
free throw.
and here it
leading to
comes.
J.R.
The George
Smith
Hill
disaster,
miss.
dribbling out
J.R.
the clock
Smith.
without any awareness. LeBron was beyond furious. Cleveland
Travesty.
got smoked in overtime, the only game they had any chances at winning in those finals. The story of
Yeah,
LeBron's
I mean, a lot of
finals
Cavs
in the
fans
20
think like if they would have won that, like, you know, they could have won the series. LeBron would have had the greatest moment ever, but they weren't going to win the series. I mean, this was the only game they were close to. They could have won 1. They could have won game 1. Games 2, 3, 4 all went to the Warriors pretty convincingly. I mean, game 3 was kind of close, but game 2, game 4, not really that much close. In fact, I hate game 4. Game 4 is like my least favorite game in history because it was like so much of a like it was horrible. Like it almost seemed like the Warriors had won the title at halftime. And I mean, it could have went 5. Who knows? But it wasn't going to be a different outcome.
Barely anybody talks about
Same thing with like when Kawhi got hurt against the Warriors. Like Spurs could have won game 1. They probably weren't going to win the series. They could have lost in maybe 6 or something.
Larry's game-tying 3 in the 2016 playoffs, game 1 against Miami. An insane shot nobody talks about. Sent the game to overtime since Miami ended up winning that game. The Raptors won the series, where the Chauncey Billups half-court shot against the Nets in 2004 in game 5 still gets mentioned a lot. Draymond Green's forgotten Game 7 performance.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that. Draymond went crazy.
15 rebounds,
that might have been the best game of his career.
From 3, 11 of
it definitely would have been if they would have won.
Finals MVP, putting up an all-time performance if Golden State would have won Game 7. Overshadowed by LeBron's block and Kyrie's shot. Kevin Durant's unreal 4-point play in the 2014 playoffs Game 2 semis against Memphis, the game went to overtime. Memphis won that game, but OKC won the series. Who can forget Dirk Nowitzki's Game 5 clutch fading jumper in the 2006 finals against Miami with 9 ticks left, gave the Mavs a 1-point lead before
These are the most forgettable shots.
go-ahead free throws. Jason Richardson's game tying 3, Game 5 2010 Western Conference
I remember that
finals,
one.
before Ron Artest's putback game winner, Hedo Turkoglu's jumper with a second left, Game 2
Hedo's my guy.
Eastern Conference Finals,
One of my favorites as well.
3, James avoided a Magic sweep, and Michael Jordan's near game winner
MJ.
in his final All-Star game in 03, an incredible fadeaway shot on Sean Marion with
and then he got
4
ruined.
left. Jermaine O'Neal fouled Kobe on a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, what are you doing, Jermaine? This is MJ's last All-Star game.
The West won 155-145. KG All-Star Game MVP,
KG.
one of Jordan's most forgotten moments of his career. Of course, I'll end my video in honor of Kobe Bryant's last game, with the night Golden State was on pace to set the single-season record against the Memphis Grizzlies, scheduled on ESPN April 13, 2016, the day we will all remember for Kobe's farewell game, which was going on at the same time Golden State was about to do something no other franchise has accomplished, in getting 73 wins, while the 37-year-old legend had one of the worst rosters all time. Going up against the Utah Jazz, the Kobe game was moved to ESPN2 instead of ESPN, the biggest night in regular season history. In fact, the Lakers Twitter page crashed because Kobe got too hot for the Twitter servers. I watched 0 minutes of the Golden State game and couldn't care less. A signature game for Steph Curry, a punctuating statement for his unanimous MVP year. Nobody remembers Curry dropped a whopping 46 points, connected on 10 3-pointers. In respect to
I didn't remember that either.
The night was all about Kobe.
Because I didn't watch any of that game either. Everyone was literally watching the Kobe game. I hardly even remember. Like, maybe I should watch back the highlights of that. Like, when I do these throwback reactions, maybe I should watch the 73rd win by the Warriors, because I don't remember anything about that game. I was just way too much in the moment of like what Kobe was doing. Like, he scored like 15 points in the last like 2.5 minutes, led a comeback when they were down like double digits too, and won the game against a team that was 1 game from the playoffs anyways. Like, there's literally nothing
who was mesmerizing and remembering his legacy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, Kobe, for all the great memories. May you and Gigi and the 7 other victims rest in peace. We will all continue.
We're gonna end it there. Obviously, still just a travesty. Like, literally, what the word he said is travesty. All 9 of these people, like, they probably, they didn't deserve it. It's just like, it's not fair. But sometimes we have to move on. I know a lot of people, I think, are trying to see it in a like way that how they inspired, like, the people around them, which is really good. But yeah, obviously legends never die. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.